Hi, I'm Damaune Journey, Chief Growth Officer at 72andSunny, and I'm coming to you live from Stagwell Sport Beach, here at the center of Cannes Lions, here on the Quaset. We're here celebrating the intersection of sport, culture, and fandom. I'm happy to be joined by my friend here, Myles Garrett, from the Cleveland Browns. Let's get into it, Myles.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, first off, where'd you come in from?
Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas. All right. That's your home, away from home?
Yeah, home base. I'm born and raised there. Family's still there, and I'd just like to get back to the family in the off season.
Totally, I get that. Because the season's a long one and a grueling one.
It's a grind.
Yeah.
And when I'm away, I'm locked in, and I know they come up and see me during the season a little bit, but I make time for my job, and I focus solely on that during the hours in which I'm there.
Yeah, that's important. So tell me, Sport Beach, you're sitting here with us in the south of France. How'd you hear about Sport Beach, and what was your first thought when it came to mind?
Heard through my agency, Clutch, specifically through Nicole Lynn and Shay, my marketing agent, and just hearing about them, hearing from them about the opportunities that provided, it being a lot of my peers, more athletes, and just being an opportunity to be around creatives and brands that I have potential to align with.
I love that. That's exactly why we wanted to have a Sport Beach, is to give athletes an opportunity to engage with the marketing community. Because at the end of the day, you guys are a part of this community. So many brands engage with sports, but to have the athletes have a chance to engage in a way that fits your personal desires is something that doesn't happen all the time. So we're super happy to have you here with us this year. So let's get into it a little bit more. Personal passions. We know that you are one of the best, if not the best, defensive lineman in the game. So we know what you do for your day job. But what do you do when you're not tackling quarterbacks and chasing running backs down?
I'm not doing that. I'm a world traveler. I'm an amateur world traveler. Getting around, and I'm not really big on agendas or having much of a schedule. I just like to kind of pick and choose wherever I've not been. What localities or cultures am I interested in, and then just trying to figure it out from there. I'm not one who's gonna be picking it out a couple months in advance. It's like,
okay.
All right. I heard about this place came up from a friend, or there was a recommendation. Let's make it happen. And then I've always been a big photographer, or at least a fan of photography. I've been doing it for 8-9 years.
All right.
I've acquired a whole host of cameras and lenses, and just try to document what I'm seeing, what I'm going through, and be able to really be able to tell a story through my photography, and want to be able to share that with my friends and family and people that I come along.
Wow. It's fascinating. Photography is a great way to see the world, like to capture the world through a lens, and then be able to tell a story through that is really powerful stuff. Have you always been into traveling, or is this more of a recent phenomenon after you got that huge contract?
Well, more recently. When I was growing up, didn't have the resources to travel as much as some others. But I use that time to work on my craft, to get better, to study, stay invested as much as I could in my schooling, and getting to the opportunity that I could travel and make the most of the blessings that came my way. And fortunately, I've been able to earn a contract that put me in a position to move, to travel, and to go to places that I want to, that I've always dreamed of.
Yeah. So I love to travel. My last name is Journey, so I must have gotten it naturally.
Favorite band?
See? It depends on the person's age, whether they know Journey by travel or Journey by the band. So I appreciate that reference point. What's been the favorite place you traveled in the last couple of years?
Favorite place? Japan.
Okay.
It felt like a fever dream. I've always been big on the culture. I always loved the food, and what we get over here is just
you get a lot of good sushi in Cleveland.
I don't even feel like we know what sushi is.
Exactly.
And going over there, I've always been a big fan of anime, but big fan of their culture as far as feudal Japan, being able to see glimpses of those around around like Kyoto and many other towns and cities. Going to Nara and visiting the parks, visiting the many statues and temples that they have. Just being enveloped in the culture and really trying to be authentic and genuine with the people. I think that's a really wise investment to make.
Yeah.
Being around them and really giving your time and truly trusting the process. Now I'm studying the language as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
Working on my intonation as far as when you're going from one part of Japan to another. They speak a little bit differently, just like we do.
Yeah, dialects change. Yeah. Yep.
So one part of the country to another, you're going to find different usage of words, different vernacular, and the way they pronounce those words. So it was tough for me. I'm thinking there's only one way, and then kind of open up to the world. But I loved it out there, and went to Patagonia as well earlier this year, and that was probably the most beautiful place I've been.
Really?
It really was.
Okay, Patagonia is on my list. I've not been. I've been to Japan, and I can tell you, out of all the places I've been in the world, I never felt more like a foreigner than I did in Tokyo. I was like, wow, people here don't look like me, right? And the language is not like mine, and the systems and cultures and approach to things are just different. And so it was a really eye-opening experience for me to just walk into a space and not have the creature comforts of familiarity, which is one of the reasons why I absolutely love Japan too.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
So mild and very helpful and welcoming.
Totally.
Experience
100%.
And
I can remember a kindergartner helped me on the subway because we were on the subway and I couldn't figure out where I was going. And this literal 5-year-old kindergartner type person came up and spoke enough English to help me get where I was going. And I was like, man, this would never happen.
I've been helped by many a grandma in Japan.
Yeah.
Just wandering around looking lost and being able to have some help from a random stranger. That kind of kindness. You don't see too often everywhere. But, they do it pretty often.
That's outstanding. So you love to travel. You're a photographer. You have a hell of a platform. You're one of the best in the league. Your team is on the rise, and we think the Browns have a lot of. You want to give any predictions for the Browns this year, or
Super Bowl?
Super Bowl. Okay, I like that answer. That's a good one. That means it's not going to be the Bengals. They don't have a chance at this.
No, I'm not saying they don't have a chance.
Lamar Jackson, it's over for you. This guy is putting you on notice.
Everybody starts the season with a chance.
Everyone starts the season with a chance.
I'm just saying when we get to the end of the season, there'll be 2 teams and we'll be one of them.
I love that. I mean, I'm a Lions fan. I grew up a Lions fan, and we've been hard scrabble as a Lions fan.
And y'all have some great players. Y'all have great coaching.
Yeah.
I love the culture that he has created, and the players have helped develop across the organization.
Yeah.
But
it matters.
Not this year.
Not this year. All right, I love that answer. So you have this huge platform. You love to travel. You love photography. How do you like to use your platform to give back to other people? Because you're considered one of the smartest players in the league. That's been the story for a long time now. It's clear you're trying to learn Japanese. You're doing all these things. You're clearly an intellectual. You're giving back to the community. Tell us a little about that. What sort of things are important to you from that standpoint?
Just making sure that the brands that I associate with really set up components to be able to give back.
Okay.
So with Waiakea, the water company that I'm with, being able to give or to provide water to impoverished places. So working with Water Boys, the brand that Chris Long started, being able to provide wells and water wells and donating to make those happen, in countries like Kenya and Tanzania, or provide water to places like East Cleveland, Michigan, places in Texas as well. There's so many places just right underneath our feet that we have no idea that don't have access to clean water, and they are helping provide water to them, and it's not something they want to glamorize or get any attention from, but they're making steps to make the world a better place. And
I love that.
More brands like Municipal who wants to display the athlete in everyone.
Yeah.
And so putting that spotlight on your everyday person who is going out there and making a change, not only in their day job but in their body and mental wellness.
Yeah.
And so that's the first step. attacking that mental wellness, trying to become better, every day, getting that 0.1% better. It's not always 1%.
Yeah.
It's not always the same, but as long as you're making that progress forward, you're really making yourself better, but those around you better, because they'll start to cling to that kind of mindset, and them giving clothes to athletic programs that aren't as well off. I know my former coach in New Mexico. High school coach. Okay. We've donated clothes and shoes to that organization multiple times, and being able to be there in New Mexico and see the smiles we put on those kids' faces, seeing them put on that first pair of new sneakers that they maybe ever had. Being able to be in that fresh set of clothing and work out and feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves. That's what really makes the platform special to me.
Wow, that's so awesome. I mean, because there's so many people that have resources and keep them for themselves, and there's others who give back. Mm-hmm. And in your case, you have these brands that you're associated with, but to leverage those brands to give back is like another layer or level to what you're doing. And I think that's absolutely awesome. So to that point, there's brands you're already associated with. There might be some you want to be associated with. Are there particular brands that are top of mind as we're here in like the Super Bowl of marketing? Are there certain brands that are top of mind for you that you kind of want to get closer to maybe?
Top of mind. My friends know me that I've always loved orange juice. Okay. And I've never had like an orange juice brand that's been willing to work with me. That's
really
besides water, that's all I drink. It's orange juice in the morning for breakfast, and it's water the rest of the day. Stay hydrated, but it's never come knocking on the door. And we've been knocking as well, trying to get something to happen. But that's just one of the things that hasn't transpired yet.
Okay, so we'll put that on the list. Orange juice brand.
Orange juice brand.
All right, I will see what I can pull off. How about that?
I got faith in you.
Okay, thank you for having faith in me. Somebody does at least you do. Well, listen, is there any final words, any final thoughts you want to leave the audience with? Because we see you perform at an all-pro level all the time, but we don't get a chance to hear from you without some commentators' commentary on top or some other narrative. This is your chance. Is there something that you want the world to know about you or about how you see the world that you want to share?
I'm just a huge proponent of the next generation. I'm a science ambassador for the Museum of Science and History in Cleveland.
Okay.
And with Johnson Energy Storage, they're wanting to provide funding for STEM programs, in the areas that I'm in, but also all across America. And we're just starting, but can continue to make this a larger and larger thing for the next generation, for the younger generation, and seeing them get in and be excited about learning and science and how to push the needle. I think that'll be huge, but we have to be able to set that standard for them. We have to continue to show that interest for ourselves, continue that thirst for knowledge and thirst to become that 1% better. Mm-hmm. And once you're able to be that standard for them, they'll continue to do the same. But want to say that that's something that I try to do every single day of my life. And I have a great role model in my parents and my father who's out there. So
your dad's great.
I'm very appreciative of those who came before me, and want to just be there as that beacon.
I love that. That's outstanding. Well, you clearly come from good stock because your dad's a hell of a good guy. Well, this has been great. I really appreciate the time. By the way, I see you mentioned photography. I don't know if you captured this man's camera that's hanging from his neck. It's not just words. He literally lives and breathes what he's talking about. But Myles, thanks so much for the time, for the energizing conversation. Be sure to follow Stagwell and 72andSunny across social and catch up on all the action of season 2 of Sport Beach. Thanks so much for being here.